Kings and Queens, welcome back. This is your boy Job Pat, and we are here at the Sharpn Show Season 4, a place where black excellence meet black mediocrity. Talk to him, B.
That's a fact. Family, you know it's your boy, Mr. Love is Love. Listen, if you didn't do it already, please hit that subscribe button. You know, whatever you take from us, you learn that you grow with it. Whatever we take from you, you learn that we grow with it as well. Like, comment, and share, guys.
Make sure y'all like, rate, comment, share on all of our videos. Season 1,
hit that
season
button,
2,
hit
season
that button.
3. And this right here is Season 4. I got my beloved brother,
you know
Mr. Weez, Mr. Bedstuyfly himself. Give him some love. You know what I'm saying? I want to start off the episode. Before we even, I ain't even going to go there. Tell the people who you are.
Right.
Tell the people the platform. Talk to them. Show them the kicks. Get to it. Yeah.
I'm saying.
Big wings.
Talk about it.
My name is Weez, man. Instagram Wavy Dread. Manager of Bedstuyfly.
Right.
Boutique on Route from Fulton. We got another store on Fulton between Brooklyn and Marcy. And we just a black independent owned business that's trying to, keep it going, make it to the top.
Just do it.
And this just to stay on that point. So this topic is really going to be about black entrepreneurship in the Bandemic. I call it the Bandemic because a lot of people was making a lot of moves. So talk about one of your biggest highlights and things that you still do to keep y'all like ingenuitive, keep that fire, to be different.
Be different. Like I said, we just trying to keep taking risks, stand out the best way we can with the brand. It's just about being innovative and trying to be the best streetwear, hip hop based brand, in Brooklyn. And the next big thing that we did is, like I just showed y'all.
You see the wings, fly with me.
That's one of the risks we trying to take, man. Just trying to get into the sneaker game a little bit and trying to, like I said, be different.
I love it.
See how we can make our stamp in that.
Yeah, and I fuck with the fact that you guys are just pushing, not just pushing, but just being very versatile in the things that you're doing, but let's just take it back. Let's just help the community understand, like, your walk of life, in regards to your ambition. Like, what did you notice in your early ages as far as being a fashion icon? Where did you see that in yourself?
You took one of my questions?
That's my brother. I'm saying yin and yang, baby.
Yin and yang.
But when it came to fashion, man, I always looked up to my older brother. He was one of the dudes, like, back in the day, to Red Monkey, Babe, all the stuff that was coming up, and Vizu, and it was just like I always just wanted to match his fly.
I feel that.
And fashion was just a passion for me, and always being that I was going to school with uniform or whatnot, I ain't never had those days where I could just pop out.
I could relate.
And when those days did come, I was hyped. I was excited. I always had a good fit to throw on for the dress down days. So
that's what
I
it
think
was.
that's where my passion for fashion came from.
It's crazy not to cut you off before I get a photo of my brother as well. Wasn't we not talking about that the other day?
We definitely was.
About uniform and all that. And it's crazy because I can relate to as far as my older brother. My older brother definitely, I'm not going to say he was the flyest, but it seems like he on timing now. Time has changed. He, what I'm saying? Everybody on different timings now, But coming up, he did have some things that I was, hip to. You feel me? I'm like, what the fuck this nigga know about? You feel me? I'm going through his closet as a young boy. I'm just running through his closets. Man jeans. Man jeans. I'm just running through his closet. I'm trying to see what's going on and pick and choose and whatnot. Granted, he was much bigger, so I'm not throwing it on. But I'm just looking and seeing, so I
taking heed to
taking heed to it. I'm just, and I absolutely did learn a thing or two from him, like his love for polo, his love for rugby, but as far as certain colognes and things like that, but absolutely, I feel that, like, I could relate.
Nah, that shit is definitely black victory, bro. And I want to just talk about the journey, because a lot of people, just to go to the point of like where you guys are at right now, a lot of people just see what they see,
right? But
they don't really see the journey, the process. So talk about the process of, like, coming up with Bedstuyfly, the beginning stages, like starting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Talk about a little bit about that, because a lot of people could get hung up with just seeing what they see. We live in a time where they got to see it to believe it, and obviously they believe it because y'all very consistent. But what happened before that?
Well, it actually started with one T-shirt in the back of a barbershop.
Gangster.
So the owner, who was my stepbrother, brother-in-law, well, big brother, however you want to put it.
Yeah,
Still family at the end of the day.
In-house, keep things in-house.
He was a barber, and like I said, he was the same way into fashion, and people kept coming in supporting as far as getting T-shirts and haircuts. So I guess he went fully into fashion, and opened up a brick and mortar, and that started on Ralph and Fulton, the first.
So that's the first spot.
First original spot, Ralph and Fulton.
Storefront,
yeah. Been there for 12 years now, and one t-shirt turned to two turned to four turned to 8.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all just kept building it up, yeah.
That's the beauty of consistency, bro.
Yeah.
And y'all leveled it up,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Nah, it definitely sounds like you guys had a great bond and a great outlook as far as what you guys can do, you know. But aside from just your big brother, you know what I'm saying, as well as your other brother that showed you certain things or two to help you grow more. Name a person that you felt like was a mentor in your life that really impacted you, like helped you to see what being an entrepreneur can be like, as far as like a leader or having a positive attitude.
Well, that's a good question, man. And just like how everybody say, my parents, man. My parents was a big influence on my life.
That's
Sweet.
Being that, they pushed me on school, education was big, and they always told me be a leader, not a follower, you feel me? Make my own decisions, and that's gonna make me. So I always big up to my parents. My dad instilled in me, do what you gotta do, stay in school, and everything gonna follow.
Did they happen to have their own business by any chance, or they just always just pushed you?
Being that my parents from Guyana, they had one back in Guyana.
Right.
My parents is big on cooking, so they always had their cooking shops and stuff like that.
Talk about it.
So yeah, I guess you can say that ownership mentality.
You know what I'm saying? And you just seen them when you was younger, and it just always instilled in you.
It was always into me, man. Them getting up early, making sure shit is clean, making sure we got our clothes ready for school. Always make sure we was just on point with it. So.
And you spoke about your parents, their leadership. So being a leader, you definitely, as you're a leader, you build more leaders, right? So like you being a leader, you having that managerial experience. This is the whole team, right?
Yeah.
What does that team look like in terms of their happiness as being an entrepreneur? How you keep the team happy? Because in the pandemic, a lot of things was happening.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's about making plays. So how do you continue to make plays and keep the team happy at the same time?
I feel like the way we kept the team happy was just continue to produce. Like as we came to the drawing table, we came together as a team, we put our ideas down, and we put all the ideas to life. And when you show people, results, I feel like they keep going with the grind. So that's what we on. We're just trying to keep building. We made it through the pandemic, thankfully.
Absolutely.
And that's a big step for us, a big goal. And with that, we're just trying to keep climbing. If we know we can make it through that, we can make it through anything.
Yo, I feel like, and a lot of people don't know, but we definitely had prior conversations before the camera.
Right.
And you was telling me there was a lot of plays that you had to make for the pandemic. Like for example, in terms of reaching customers. Did anything change from that to now?
So the pandemic kind of helped us a little bit real with our online sales. We wasn't really in tune with online before this, but being that the pandemic, everybody stayed inside, we had no choice but to get in tune with how to get in touch with our customers without them coming to our store.
Right.
Being that we was a brick and mortar store, we was more in tune with people having to walk in and seeing the merchandise for themselves. So now we had to sell to people without them actually being there.
Right. I feel like.
And that was just our next step, getting in tune with people online.
And still extending the reach. And I gotta applaud you and everybody on the Bedstuyfly team to, carry out their
You see the
part.
hat?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just keep pushing the vision and the movement. So with that being said, like my brother over here said, as far as starting, starting a business can be very interesting. A lot of people could have a vision, and have a lot of wants, but as far as starting it up, how intimidating did those startup costs seem? Like how rough was it for you in the beginning?
I mean, in the beginning it's always rough because then you don't see the same return that you put in. So
I feel like work-wise.
I just say work-wise. I just say you just gotta keep grinding it out because it's like anything's a grind. You're not gonna see gold once you first start digging. You just gotta keep digging deeper and deeper.
Right, keep pushing it. Don't stop. But as far as the cost, would you agree that it felt like you guys kept putting a lot of money in, and like did you guys use your own money immediately, or did you have like some kind of lender?
Well, everything's independent, so we are black-owned, independent. We have it's just us. We don't have no outside.
No, you didn't outsource the money.
No outsourcing, no nothing. Just straight independent. 12 years independent. I mean, that's probably why it's taking us so long. But you know, every day
it's your process.
It's a process.
It's your process at the end of the day, and to piggyback on what you're saying, it's very independent. You don't have to answer to nobody.
Yeah, we make our own decisions. We do how we want. We drop when we want. We do our own colorways, and look, now we get our own.
Got the kicks out.
Come on, throw that in the air again.
I definitely
see that.
Listen, I applaud you because me and my girl talk about it all the time. I was saying to myself like, I want to get like a black-owned kick,
right?
And she's like, no, it was like somebody that came out with some black-owned sneakers. She's like, I don't really like them for you. You know they're a little ugly, but just the fact that you guys are doing it, a lot of people like us in the culture, we looking for somebody that's black, that's coming out with their own kicks. Because you know what that is? That's being adaptable. Yeah. So talk about like how you guys continue to adapt. What's that fire look like?
Well, I feel like that starts, excuse me, with our team. Being that we have a good team, we got people all different ages. You feel me? So we could tap in with all of our different customer bases. And we bring that all to the table at the end of the day. And we just try to help it build the team, build the brand of Bedstuyfly. So I feel like as long as you can still adapt to our everyday people who come in the store, people who's into fashion, music, being that we're a hip-hop based brand, we just try to tap all that into the Bedstuyfly.
And I went into the store too. I'm gonna let you go, Ken. But I went in the store and the energy, that atmosphere. Talk about creating that atmosphere every day, because it's all about the experience. We all live life on experiences, and you could go a place and never forget about that spot just on that like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So talk about just the experience that you always continue to build for people to come through.
Our team is a family-based team. Like everybody
working,
we all related, man. We all family, knew each other from dirt. So it's like when you come into the store, we want to give you that home vibe, because that's how we are when we're in the store. We all know each other from home, so we just it's a home field vibe. And it's not just selling clothes. You want to sell you the experience and the brand also. Right. You feel me? Because a lot of people see the brand and be like, yo, I'm not from Bed-Stuy, I can't get it. But it's not about just Bed-Stuy. It's about Brooklyn hip hop and just the experience, evolving through the experience when you come into the store.
Right.
So,
no,
that's what it's about, man.
And I applaud that. I admire the fact that you guys focus a lot on carrying out the experience for each and every one that enters the store. Because it's very important, because at the end of the day, you want a person to feel comfortable when they enter. You want a person not only spending money, but come back.
They want to know that feeling when they walk in. So,
exactly.
That's what we aim for.
So
definitely.
from the time that you guys started up until now, would you agree that changing up some like values or priorities within the business or within the atmosphere of the culture is very important to level up the consistency?
And then just to add on to that, do you think that playing devil's advocate, and do you think staying on that foundation and those principles are important?
Yeah, that's definitely important. Standing on principles and foundation is definitely important. We about, like I said, family, teamwork, and growth. We don't want to stay stagnant with what we're doing, and that's why we keep expanding with our stores. We had a pop-up shop in Williamsburg. We was there for 2 years pre-pandemic. We had a pop-up shop in Soho 3 years ago before we did Williamsburg. So we just keep experimenting, trying to do different things within the brand and see what's working for us. But we continue to grow within, learning all of that, bringing it back to the drawing board.
So let me ask you, before I pass the floor to my brother, what is something that you think that stood out to you as you guys were experimenting and leveling up that consistency?
The constant feedback. The customer feedback is what keep us going.
Listen, man, that shit keep you going.
Yeah,
that's that fire, bro.
When you know how a person felt after
they get the product, people come out, yo, I got so much compliments, people letters. I tell people about your website all the time.
I like that. I love it, actually.
Good feeling. That make you feel good.
Make you feel good. Make us know that we're moving in the right direction.
God damn it! So what I'm waiting on, my boy got a hat.
But what does it feel like when you don't receive that feedback that you need? Because sometimes people look at their emotions get too attached to people reaction towards things. So what happens to you or to the team? Like, how do you guys feel when you probably don't get that proper feedback that you would want? Do you utilize that as a lesson, and a blessing in disguise?
All that is hunger. All that comes right back to the drawing board. So if we think we're going in one direction and we feel like it don't, we just bring it back to the drawing board and see how we can make it better.
I feel like
every day we're just trying to progress and making ourselves better.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Forward movement, guys. Forward movement. So with that being said, does with everything you know now, you know, with everything that you progressed and where you guys are at now, would you have changed anything in your beginning stages, or would you have still processed the same, or you felt like you would have still took the same steps?
I feel like the route we took was beautiful. I mean, if we was more on, I say like social media and marketing.
In the beginning,
I feel like if we was if we was doing marketing a certain way, and if we was online, leaving a little bit earlier, I feel like we probably would have been way more far off where we was at, but we're still on the right path.
Still on the right path.
Yeah, because you really can't live in resentment. You got to take what life give you.
Take what give it.
Right. But reflection is always good.
Yeah,
you know, and that's why I got that, and that's what made me develop that question, because it's like what you know now. You know, you could have did a lot of things differently, granted, in the beginning, but it's cool because we still here. We still moving. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't gonna stop.
Definitely.
You
know,
never. Let's go into the story, but let's go into Bedstuyfly. So
right.
They always see, like I said, they see the journey, they see Bedstuyfly. But talk about, name like a worst live experience that you had.
Worst live experience within the store.
It could be kids coming in taking all the.
I mean, I would probably say when COVID first started, because being that we are an independent brand, we didn't know which direction we was gonna go with independent owned store. We didn't know like if we really had to shut down, if we really just couldn't open, nobody could walk in the stores, and then at the same time everybody was afraid. Just
it was
what
tough.
was happening, what was going on.
It was tough.
So that first month and a half, 2 months, we were just in limbo, not knowing what to do.
But like you said before, like the fact that y'all still here,
kept it going.
Any business, especially black owned, to still, you know, weather the storm is just so much of a beauty to look at, bro. Because I go there, listen, when things came to the pandemic, people just was so confused and was so lost. But that foundation, like that, you know what I'm saying? Like just being the example all the time. Because like you said, y'all have a team, but you had to individually work on yourself. Everybody individually had to, like, everybody got to play their part.
Teamwork make the dream work. So everybody was just trying to bring different things to the drawing board as far as like how we could get people to still think about Bedstuyfly during the pandemic.
And not to cut you off, I want you to continue. Not to cut you off, hold that thought. How often did you guys have meetings? Because you guys, it sounds like you guys talk.
We talk a lot. We have a group chat that we texting every day. We try to keep in constant communication to let people know that this is the goal. This is what we're trying to build on. This is part of our everyday lives. We're trying to build generational wealth with this brand. You feel me?
Talk about it.
This is something that I think about every day when I wake up and I go to sleep.
Come on, that's the love you got for it.
That's the love I got for it.
Yeah, man. I caught from one time in the podcast. It's like when you start thinking about legacy and you start thinking about the future and not just about yourself at the moment, you walk into whatever you're doing differently.
It's a bigger picture.
It's a bigger picture.
A bigger picture, not just for you. You want the people around you to enjoy it the same way when you get there.
Right. No, absolutely. But like continuing what you were saying as far as everybody was bringing a lot of things to the drawing board.
So during the pandemic, social media was real active. A lot of stuff on social media, and we just felt like we wanted to bring that retention back to Bedstuyfly.
Absolutely.
So we started just promoting bigger online. Shipping, as far as like, you know, come to the store, pick up. If you don't want to come into the store, order online, just come pick it up. Whereas people still know our store is still here, but we're still here to service you at the same time.
Absolutely.
That was something that really added to our brand, the online, and picked up. And people just trusting our brand. We're getting stuff to them on time during the pandemic, even though, you know, post office is backed up, whatnot, but
that's tough. That's about making orders. That's tough.
So let me ask you, that's a beautiful point to bring up, bro. The post office being backed up.
Because you gotta ship shit.
Yeah, a lot of them. And for the fact that you said the online services, online orders was just increasing, did you get any negative feedback due to like the post office being backed up?
Well, like just like that, people wanted their stuff faster because people knowing that they could get it, they really wanted it. Even though people wasn't going out, people still want to, you know, treat themselves.
Right.
People had extra money to spend, so why not? You feel me? and it worked out for us. People was definitely coming back to the site. We had a lot of returning customers. Even people just trying to come to the store when it's just pick up only, still trying to walk through and see what we got.
Right. So it wasn't necessarily any negative feedback. People was just still making it happen.
I wanna stay on that point. So we were speaking about social media, the pandemic, but a lot of people don't talk about pre social media, like having a business before social media was a thing. Yeah. And you know, it's a lot the work. You know what I'm saying? People do door to door, people just to get to that reach. What kept y'all? Cause social media been around for a minute. I'm 26 now. Shit been around for a couple of years. But if you get what I'm saying, like it always increases. You know, TikTok, all this new automation is coming out.
Right.
But talk about like a day it was like before Instagram was crazy, or like before when it just started.
That's when it goes back to promoting the brand itself, just the name of Bedstuyfly. So when you hear it, you know, put off a light bulb in your head, Bedstuyfly, oh, they clothing brand, they got a store over there on, you know, Ralph and Fulton.
Right.
And then from there, you know, it just keeps going. You keep thinking about it, keep questioning. We had stickers we used to put up. And as far as just when you see the name on the clothes, you feel me, people ask you, what's that, where you get that from? And just more about branding. We just try
branding.
We can.
And I commend y'all to do that, because it's hard to brand and not receive the results, because at the end of the day, that vision that you executing every day is creating that vision come true, making that shit come true. And I talk to my man all the time how like, yo, we gotta tell people I still Sharpn still all the time. We gotta like, it's not just about social media, it's about connecting to people without people. Because let's say social media cut off today, how is your business going to sustain in that storm?
We're gonna have to go back to the old ages. Word of mouth.
Word of mouth.
I was about to say MySpace.
And that's when you go back to what you said, the experience.
MySpace. Crazy. But not the experience though, because that shit molds you. And it's like, I feel like when people have that knowledge and that wisdom of how to operate a business pre-internet or whatever it is, that's special. It's like people that's older than us, they probably know how to work a business before social media, but now with everything going on with social media, they gotta, you know, adapt. That's the beauty of being young. You know what I'm saying?
But you know, the funny part is, before I even ask my more immediate question, I just want to piggyback on what you said about as far as being young. I was listening to a podcast. You know, I'm big on references. You know, but
so say the reference then.
Forgive me, I'm not giving all the details, family. All right, forgive me, but he go by the name of Andy Frisella, you know, MSCEO, Real AF. Long story short, he was just saying a lot of social media, a lot of animated things is cool. You know, he's not disregarding it. However, there's the way that things were before, as far as there was not a lot of technology. You had to go out. You had to like create relationships. You had to
create the demand.
You know what I'm saying? You had to be of impact directly. You know what I'm saying? A hand-in-hand type of transaction, instead of being from one side of the screen and you talking to another person's side of the screen, which is fine, because that reach is still beautiful, because you could get to a lot of people in a short amount of time, you know? But just having the second skill of being communicative, you know, in a direct form is absolutely like important, you know?
I think it's real when you get I tell people all the time, an in-person conversation is better than an online conversation. That's what it is. But to have an online conversation, to have an online reach, and keep that realness, that's how people connect with you.
Right. The connectivity. You know, you can never get past that. It's undeniable.
And that was big for us too, man. Just adding people to the online, where we was collecting emails. Just trying to, you know, connect with the people every other day. Let them know that we got new drops, or this is coming back. We still here.
Right.
If you need something, sales, whatever the case may be.
Right. So just to piggyback on the part when you guys were talking about branding, you know, and we also spoke about marketing. Would you agree that Bedstuyfly, the members of Bedstuyfly were more focused on marketing or branding?
I feel like they both hand in hand, marketing and branding, because we trying to market our brand. You feel me? So we trying to push our brand to the highest capabilities it could reach.
Right.
So, and we gotta market it. We gotta get it out to the people.
So let me bring it back a little bit. What do you think branding means, and what do you think marketing means?
So branding, I think that goes back to the name, and marketing is getting the name out there.
Beautiful.
So branding, we got our name Bedstuyfly, but we're not trying to just keep it to Bedstuy. That's where when people hear Bedstuyfly, they hear Bedstuy.
And just one location.
Right. We all over Brooklyn. We ship
culture,
to Tokyo,
hip hop,
everywhere.
You know,
You shipped to Tokyo before?
We shipped to Tokyo before. We have online orders to
International.
Japan. We're international. So yeah,
International.
we're not trying to just be Bedstuy.
Right.
And I think that's being your authentic self. So I was gonna. I know you said like y'all big on going back to the drawing board, but name something else that probably keep y'all so authentic.
The family, being out of family, is some people we're comfortable with, people we see every day. We know how to deal with each other.
Right.
Even though, we go through what we go through as family, but we still at the end of the day, we know that it's a bigger picture than that.
Right.
That's what I was gonna say. The bigger picture gotta be so important to everyone on the team because relationships, you're gonna have ups and downs.
Definitely.
But if that vision out of point, what we doing it for?
Right. So
that's what it's about.
it's crazy. This man love getting me there before I even get there. You know, it's my brother, yin yang. But like, I wanted to ask you guys, because that vision is always important. Just having that goal, that long-term goal.
Yeah.
But how and for the fact that you guys have a team, because sometimes it can be tough working alone.
Yeah.
But being that you guys have a team, how do you consistently cultivate that the vision?
The vision.
Mutually. Like, how do you guys mutually cultivate that vision to continually play your role?
Like I said, my big brother, the owner, he came to us the first day.
What's his name? Adam.
Steve.
Adam. Son, come on. Add that
S
man.
King, man. Shout out S King. Shout out to S. But yeah, my big bro Steve, man, he told me from day one. I started as an intern. Crazy thing. I wasn't even getting paid, stuff like that. He was just like, yo, man, I got this brand, and people was really fucking with me, and I feel like I need help to run my brand, run the store. And I was like, I'm with it. I came into the store, and I just felt home once I walked in.
Right.
Like I said, that home feeling.
Right.
And it felt good, even from the music to the people to just like feeling the clothes as I'm looking through the racks. And I was just like, yeah, I want to be a part of this.
Right.
And he told me, I'm trying to build this brand. I'm trying to open up stores. I'm trying to compete with Gucci. And he wasn't even starting on some low, like I wasn't trying to compete with like this brand. He was like, I want to be with the big boys, the top dogs.
It's like shooting for excellence.
Yeah.
And no matter how far you go, we're gonna shoot for the top. But wherever we land, we're gonna land. But we're gonna land far because we aiming for excellence.
And I can only imagine Steve not only consistently brought that to you, but he brought that to the other members of Bedstuyfly. And that's very humble of Steve to take himself back and be like, yo, I got something I want to work on, but I just can't do it alone. Like, that's humble of him. That's dope. And I fuck with him for bringing you and everybody else on the team, on board of his vision. Granted, everybody else adopted that vision now, because you guys been running this for a minute. You feel me?
We on
So,
a common goal now.
So it's beautiful. It's very beautiful for him to just bring you guys in like that. Yeah. And I love how you guys just cultivate the culture.
Definitely.
Salute.
Yeah.
Salute. Listen, just for that too, we're gonna give you a little treat. We're gonna give you a treat to the song. So we got a game.
Come on.
Still Sharp, Still Let's
Come
Rap.
on.
We got 5 words surrounding the topic. Here's the card right here. So we got Journey, Team, Bedstuy, Biggie, and Leader. Give me 5 words, see the best we can do, and we're gonna tap in.
Okay.
Let the beat.
Okay. Yeah. Still Sharp, Still Bedstuyfly podcast. Let's go.
Talk about it.
Yo, shout out to Still Stop and Chill with Bedstuy, and we doing it real.
Come on.
On the journey with the team. My Biggie shirt, see your dream.
Come on.
Lead out the squad though. Trying to get. Hold on.
Come on.
Give me one more bar.
Yeah. Yo. Okay. So rapping in the morning, and I'm.
Listen, that's what we
doing.
Listen, a lot of people come on the podcast and be like,
show me love, baby. Show me love. Show me love.
That's right.
Listen, he did what he had to do.
He did it.
And he did it.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
So
not
close, not bars.
See that again. Let them know that.
Not bars. So,
Yeah, come on.
Listen, before we definitely give it to a close, I would like for you to talk about being an example.
Right.
We spoke about team, everybody playing their part, but you got to be an example for yourself, so people around you can feel that vibe. So
Definitely.
talk about those stepping stones that you take every single day to be that example for yourself,
Right.
for everybody.
I feel like just being a black entrepreneur, a young black man in business, a lot of people look up to you. People will walk into the store and they be like, "Hey, are you guys the owner?" And they be like, "Yeah, we own this. It's our establishment." And then people really be surprised because a lot of time they're not used to seeing us behind the counters running things, and it's just us throughout the store. You feel me? So I feel like that's just a motivation for us to keep it going. And like, I got nieces, I got little brothers, and like I said, generational wealth. I want them to look up to me like, "Yo, my big brother, my uncle's doing something right."
Years from now, 57, we not here.
That hit me, yeah.
That's what it's about.
Yeah, that hit me differently because at the end of the day, that is a different look.
Yeah.
You know, granted, it's not a new look for our people. You know, we've been doing things. We've been standing on our own. You know, we've been had our own. But it's just like to see young black individuals owning a store. You know what I'm saying? Multiple stores at that is a beautiful look, and I love it. You know, for sure, big dog, for sure. You know.
And I want to close out with this. Normally we ask like, you know, what would you ask your 18-year-old self? But if you had to go, let's say 5 years ago, and you had to talk to the team, what advice you would give to yourself and the team?
I say stay creative, stay hungry, and never look back.
Right.
Because, you know, everybody made mistakes. It's times we dropped the ball. It's times we didn't do what we're supposed to do. But like I said, you learn from it. You learn.
Right.
And I just feel like it's just continue to grab on the next opportunity. Continue to build off the next opportunity, I say. And we got a lot of time to go. We got 5 more years, 10 more years to go. So you feel me? Looking back, I just say continue to grind hard and just keep it pushing. If COVID ain't stop us, I feel like nothing could stop us. Because they tried to stop the world, you feel me?
Right.
And now we here. So.
Now we here. Would you be asking people, what's next?
What's next?
Listen,
what's
man,
next with Bedstuyfly?
Talk about it. Yeah, what
I
we
feel
doing
like
next?
I said, what's next is we went on a sneaker journey, man.
I will put them on, but I'm
Let
not.
me ask you before we wrap it up,
man.
like, cause I see a lot of people with this ones
approach.
Yeah, and I want to know, is it like, how does that work? Cause you know Nike got the ones like.
So
how
being that you know, Nike has a patent, I believe, for the design for it. So being that we have our own, we trademark Bedstuyfly.
Right.
Oh, take them out.
Talk about it.
Show me the camera. Put it in.
You feel me? So we got our own. We got our logo on it. So it's not like it's Nike. You feel me? We switched to put our own logo on it, and we, you know, you switch the specs up a little bit, but it's most likely just us putting our brand on it.
So anybody can manufacture ones, but as long as you have your own brand, you good.
What you said, man, you said the brand is the name and the marketing is what you, the work behind it.
But we putting so we just putting our name on our stuff, man. And people fuck with Bedstuyfly, so
they gonna fuck with us no matter what we got.
Regardless what we do.
Right.
And that's where it comes back to branding and marketing our brand. Whatever we put our name on, it's gonna sell. So.
Right.
Listen, I met this brother at University of Bridgeport. We reconvened through social media. That school trash. But shout out to you because they brought a lot of relationships. But I just want to say I appreciate you, brother.
Show me love, big dog. Yo, I appreciate you so, okay?
Still.
Yeah,
Man,
you know the vibe, baby.